Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Fatimah Faith, aka Always Dreamin', Dreamer Vibes Entertainment LLC. Welcome back to the Temple Twin. We are recording live from my bed, and so yeah, we're just gonna do this on this bed table. Let's see where we're at. I always like to check to see where we're at. I am currently 8:42 Eastern Standard Time. It is Wednesday, Mercury Day, August 26, 2026. What the fuck Wednesday? Yeah, it's What the Fuck Wednesday. I guess we're gonna go with it. I don't know. I just got the energy to come on, and it's like I got a message. I got a message that I need to share, but I don't know what that message is. So we're gonna figure it out together. But these are the three decks. Oh, we're doing a pick-a-pile. Right. We're doing a pick-a-pile. And I'm not sure how this is all gonna go, but if you're just tuning into my channel, welcome. We just go with the flow over here. Nobody knows where it's gonna go. We push the button and we let that shit flow, okay? These are the three decks, oracles that were calling to me. These are my personal tarot decks. So it was something about 666, something about 66, okay? So 3 and 3 is 6, so 3 of basically the same tarot deck, just different versions of the InBodied Tarot. Like I said, my personal tarot deck. And then this deck came to me first, and then these two decks wanted to be a part of everything as well. And the way I'm seeing it is, I know that we're going into the eclipse season. Welcome to Virgo season. I'm a Virgo, so hello. We are closing out the eclipse in Virgo Pisces. So we're about to have this eclipse. We're also about to have the Mercury Cazimi. So astrology was definitely talking to me. So I guess both moon decks wanted to be visible during this. But the way I'm kind of feeling and the way I've been seeing it is every pile, all three piles gets something from all of these decks. So like I said, I'm not sure how all this is going to work out, but I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of cleansing. I like to keep you all along for the entire process of what I'm doing. So let's light a little dragon's blood. Also, to clear my energy, I did pull cards not too long ago on myself just to make sure that this was the direction I wanted to go in, and because I kept on feeling like I wanted to film some messages, but I wasn't sure how that was going to take place necessarily. At one point I thought I was going to do a separate message for every platform, but then after the day proceeded, I was like, yeah, no, I don't really feel like doing all that. So because what time did we say it is? 8:42? Is that what we said? Yeah, 8:44 on the dot. 8:44 on the dot. Stop trying to control. Release control. Release. Release control. I had a whole message about release yesterday, and it was so beautiful. I can be somewhat of a control freak as a Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Opposite of Virgo, the sister sign is, as we said, is Pisces. Pisces deals with Neptunian things. It's Pisces is water, so opposite of water is earth, and earth is very tangible, very what's real. But water is more imaginative, creative. And so sometimes Virgo has to surrender control in order to see what is possible outside of the 3D realm. And last but definitely not least, something about threes. We had 3 oracles, 3 tarot, and now I'm burning 3 different smudges. We started with Dragon's Blood. Okay, message received, Spirit, thank you. We started with Dragon's Blood. We moved into Palo Santo. And now we're going to close out the trifecta with some Cedar. I've had this for a while and don't use it often, but I've used it recently because I was called to. And being called to use it again today. So I think that is it's not burning as strong as the others, but I can definitely smell it, and I trust that I'm getting what I need to get. All right, so clearing the airway, clearing the way, clearing the way, clearing the way. First, we use Palo Santo, Pal 1. Then we used, did I say Palo Santo? Pal 1, Dragon's Blood. Pal 2, Palo Santo. And Pal 3, Cedar. And that is the image. All right. That's the cover. Pile number 1, you have the Moonology, the original Moonology deck with the 66 card InBodied Tarot. Pile 2, you have Angels Among Us with Palo Santo and the original IBT 99. Pile 3, you have Moonology Manifestation with the Cedar and 132 IBT 132, so 66, 99, 132, Dragon's Blood, Palo Santo, Cedar, Moonology OG, Angels Among Us, and Moonology Manifestation. I will see you in your pile. All right. I decided that what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take out each deck and I'm going to pre-pick the cards. We're gonna pre-pick the cards, or maybe we pre-pick the oracle cards. Sometimes you don't get the message until it's go time, you know? It's the beautiful thing about going with the flow, giving yourself mercy, divine mercy and compassion and kindness to just see where life takes you. Yeah, we're gonna pre-pick the oracles for each pile. And then we'll do a live pull from the tarot. And maybe I'll just use, I think I'm just going to use one tarot deck. We'll get cards, oracle cards for all the piles. And then each pile has their own tarot deck. I think that's the cleanest way to go. Yeah. We went to big, from big to small. Nah, small to big. Yeah. All right. All right, and we're back. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick from each of these. Sorry, my table's a little, it's fine. It's fine. It's all about the intention, right? So for pile number 1, well, for the highest good of all 3 piles and anybody that comes across this message, I pray that it brings them peace, serenity, or whatever they need to hear right now in this moment. All right, can I get a card for pile 1, please? A moon message. Where are they on their healing journey? That's what I'm getting from this deck. Pile 1, healing journey. Pile 1, healing journey. Thank you. New moon in Leo. Confidence is key to your success. Pile 1, confidence is key to your success. Thank you. Can I get a message, a healing message for pile 2? Where is pile 2 on their healing journey? Healing journey for pile 2. Message for my pile 2. Thank you. Be bold and make the first move. Thank you. Cardinal moon for pile number 2. Can I get a message for pile 3 along their healing journey? Representation of where they are on their healing journey. Pile 3. Pile 3. What message do you have for pile 3? Cedar. Pile 3. End of a tough cycle approaches for pile 3. End of a tough cycle approaches for pile 3. Okay. Pile 1. All right, pile 2, angels among us. Pile 2, angels among us. Calling upon our ascended masters, and who is going to help bring pile 3? Pile 3. How are we going to bring all these piles, all 3 piles, through this point of their spiritual journey? Through this point of their spiritual journey, what energy, what frequency is going to assist each pile along their journey? Pile number 1, what energy is going to assist pile 1 through this part of their journey? Assistance, assisting energy for pile 1, assisting energy for pile 1, assisting energy for pile 1, assisting energy for pile 1. Dragon's blood, assisting energy, dragon's blood for pile 1. Confidence is key to pile 1's success. Confidence is key to pile 1's success. There's a timidness in pile 1. There's a timidness here. Dark moon phase. Thank you. Mercy. Your grace and mercy. Your grace and mercy. For pile 1, Archangel Zadkiel, transmutation. We're transmuting. Pile 2, Palo Santo. Pile 2 with Palo Santo. Be bold and make the first move. Assisting pile 2 as they move forward on their journey. Assisting energy for pile 2. Thank you, the witch here. Baba Yaga, the wise and wild woman duality. Thank you. Assisting energy for pile 3, the Cedar. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Assisting energy at the end of this cycle. Assisting energy for pile 3 with Cedar. Assisting energy at the end of this cycle. Pile 3, assisting energy. Assisting energy for pile 3. End of a tough cycle. Let go. Release. Release, pile 3. Release. Let go. Let go, pile 3. Let go of control. Thank you. With Archangel Sandifon, music, Earth Star Chakra, answered prayers. You don't have to do it all on your own, pile number 3. Thank you. Okay. Hesitation, pile 3, hesitation. I know, it's hard. It's hard when you've climbed so far for so long. You don't have to be tough anymore. You can let go and trust. Try it again. Thank you. For the highest good, what will all 3 piles have to look forward to as they walk through their journey, their spiritual journey, with the assistance of these masters? What is on the other side? What is on the other side? What's on the other side for pile number 1? My goodness. What's on the other side for pile number 1? Thank you. Take inspired action. You'll be confident enough to take inspired action, pile number 1. You'll be confident enough to move forward. Dragon's blood. Pile number 2 on the other side with the assistance of their ascended master. What do they have to look forward to? What is the outcome of the manifestation as they walk through this part of their journey? Pile 2, Palo Santo, on the other side of this part of the journey. Thank you. Think it through. Think it through. What's on the other side? Think it through. Interesting. Pile number 3, what's on the other side? Cedar. What's on the other side? Cedar. What's on the other side? Cedar for pile number 3. After this cycle ends, after this tough cycle ends with the assistance of Archangel Santo, it'll be in your hand. Forgiveness will be on the other side for pile 3. Thank you. And that's what we have there. Let's see, how did I do this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Boom. All right, and we got it. Let me set it up where it's somewhat picture worthy, in case I need it, this part of the process, in an image that I can recreate later. Alrighty. Do this too. We had 66. 66, 99, 132. Hey, Pal 1. Yes, Pal 1. Dragon's Blood. You picked Dragon's Blood, and you also picked the Moonology OG Oracle cards. Okay, so while I was preparing to pull some cards and things like that and get ready for all the piles, I ended up pulling an Oracle card from each pile's deck. And it's starting to tell a story. So I feel like the first Moonology card that each pile is getting is starting out with where they are right now on their journey. This is all about the spiritual journey. The center card with the Angels Among Us deck is what energy is helping assist you to get to the manifestation, as far as the Moonology manifestation deck. So this will be kind of the anchoring cards that kind of give us insight into your pile. Okay, so confidence is the key to your success, Moon and Leo. So we have the dark moon here, Moon in Leo, new moon in Leo. New moons are the dark moons. It's how we close out everything. It's kind of the end, but also the sprouting up of starting something new, but it's very behind the scenes. So there's a behind the scenes energy, and now I'm getting with the Dragon's Blood here. Matter of fact, let's look and see what it said about the Dragon's Blood. Dragon's Blood, amplified power, passion, protection, manifestation, energy. So that is where you're working through. What I'm getting is you've been working through something for a long time. Something took a hit to your confidence. You might even have gone through a few ego deaths in the last few years is kind of what I'm getting. And right now we're the South Node is currently just beginning its transit in Leo. So we have this opposite energy here. And I'm getting this feeling of you actually always were confident, but as you continued along your spiritual journey, you're letting things transmute, because you got Archangel Zadkiel, card number 10, 10, starting something over again with the 1 there, new moon. Okay, so new moon energy, we're transmuting and giving ourselves mercy. And it's not that anything about us was bad or wrong. We've just evolved, and we're letting ourselves let go. We're letting ourselves let go to let our light shine again. It's almost like we went through such a deep, intensive healing, or you're going through it right now. The violet flame, doing some meditations with the violet flame energy, is going to help you transmute this energy. Is going to help kind of burn things up and give yourself grace and mercy. Your grace and mercy. Something about that, okay? And letting other energies assist you through this process of getting your vitality back. Take inspired action. So yeah, we literally are full moon in Virgo, and we're in Virgo season. Leo, Virgo, that's sequential there. So yeah, definitely something along the lines of, and I just feel like this is more of an evolutionary energy. It's not, confidence is the key to your success. I feel like you've always been confident. You could be a Leo, you could be a Virgo. I don't really like picking out signs because you're everything in your chart, okay? But your sun sign, or maybe one of your big 3, is in these energies. And I feel like now I'm hearing transmutation and like transiting through. You've had to go through a certain cycle. We literally are new moon to full moon here. We're literally Leo to Virgo. We just left Leo season. And so the South Node has moved from Virgo to Leo. So there is this complete cycle. It feels like something is completed in a complete cycle here. So just allow yourself to build up your confidence, come out when you're ready, but let these energies work for you, okay? And you'll feel that vitality again. You'll be feeling not like yourself, but you will be feeling like your new self, new moon. You will have your new confidence. You'll know what confidence feels like at this point of the journey, at this point of your transit. So hold on, hold to the light, save the world from darkness. I don't know what's going on with all this gospel music coming through. Very interesting. I feel like emotions have been high for a long time. It's been tumultuous. You weren't really sure what was going on, but everything was happening for your best, so that you can rise and be able to take new inspired action. And it's feeling like, it really is feeling like this South Node energy, like you just went through the South Node. Now I'm a Virgo with a Leo moon, so this is speaking actually kind of loudly to me. You knew what confidence was at one stage of your life, but now you are transmuting in order to come fully illuminated. It's almost like the sun was fully illuminated. Leo's ruled by the sun, and then it went dark. It went into that new moon dark energy, and you weren't really sure what was going on, and it kind of shook your confidence. But now we're moving. You are in the process of moving into this more vital energy, this more divine, feminine, receptive moon energy, instead of just the light of the sun. Okay, you're learning the light. Dance by the light of the moon. It's a wonderful life. What did you wish for when you threw that rock? I'm going to pull down the moon for you. There's something about, now I'm getting old soul energy. It's almost like you are coming into your elder self, your more mature self. And you're learning that not only does the sun shine, but the moon shines as well. And when you bring those two energies together, you feel a perfect balance between new moon and full moon. All right, that's 7:04 on the timer. Speaking of time, it is now 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why that was relevant, but everything takes time. All good things take time. You've gone through such a journey, the hero's journey. Leo is very hero, celebrity, you know, we're invested in the story of Leo. Yeah, there's something about that there. All right, you picked the deck with the 66 cards, okay? So, IBT 66, this particular rendition of the InBodied Tarot is all the major arcanas, all the court cards, and all the purple cards and silver cards are additional cards that are unique to my deck. This deck also does not have the dual-sided, so it's they're all blank on the back side. Actually, there's one card in this deck as of right now that does have the body side interpretations in it, so we'll see what comes out for you. I'm calling on the highest guides of love, light, peace for pile number 1. I'm calling on the highest guides for pile number 1 to give some insight on where they are in their journey at this time. What may they need to know? What are they headed to? Whatever information you have for them at this time. Confidence is the key to your success, Leo, but do not push yourself to come out sooner than you are ready. Sometimes Leo can put on a show for everyone else when inside they feel like they always have to perform, but look at her. She's not thinking about performing. She is being at one with herself. She is happy where she is. She feels in control of her body. Look at how she is in control of her body. And the way this card came out, I'm feeling like we need a clarifier for each of these oracle cards. Thank you very much. The Feminist, isn't that interesting? This is the card of Lilith in my deck. This is the card of Lilith, card number 46 in the IBT 66. And we were just talking about how she's in control of her body. She feels illuminated again. And we don't know what this is. And this came out on the MC, okay? So you are stepping forward. I feel like you're gonna be ready to re-emerge in your new confident, the new confident skin that you're in. You're transmuting all the things that you learned, that you were conditioned. You're transmuting all the things you were conditioned to know and to feel and to think and how to behave. You're giving yourself mercy because you now know that you deserve grace and mercy to be your full authentic self. To be your full authentic self. Full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. Virgo rules health. You're realizing what hit you took to your confidence, but how that hit to your confidence altered your health. Something about your health. Now, this deck, like I said, does not have the body side. But this card is the card of rage, being angry, sacred rage, pleasure, and empowerment. You have all of those things. You're going to come out through this transmutation, giving yourself mercy, knowing how to work with a higher vibration with the violet flame, okay? And I see Aries right here, ready to move forward, or either that's the goat. Either or, I'm not really sure. Either or, I'm not really sure. Something about being able to be confident and being able to perform again, be able to perform in the most beautiful, authentic way, because you're going to be so in tune with what really empowers you, what really pleasures you, what feels good to you. You're going to know how to transmute rage into sacred rage, not just angry just to be angry, but what to do with that energy. Let's see what came out with confidence is the key to success. On the IC, we have the judge. Yes, that's exactly how I felt. Someone was judging how you show up confidently, how you shine your light, and it took a big hit to your confidence. But in this time of the dark moon, you took your time to go within. This is on the IC, and you found justice for yourself. You found the judge within. Only God can judge me. Divine law, the truth of things. If you're into the Bible, this corresponds for me with Revelations 11, and it's called the two witnesses. The two witnesses, someone was witnessing your evolution. The two witnesses, what I'm getting in this moment with the two witnesses is being judged. You went within, and on one side you were being judged and it took a hit to your ego. It took a hit to your confidence. Ego and confidence can be used together. Ego is not necessarily bad. What is bad? You have to be the judge. You have to be the judge. But in order to be the judge, you have to go within. You have to be your own witness. Sometimes you have to witness your own healing. And even if someone externally outside of you is witnessing your journey, there's a possibility that two different people, the scales of justice, two different, not even necessarily people. I'm feeling like just energies. It's like internal and external world. You judging you and the external world judging you. But what will you believe? Only you. You have the key to your success through your confidence, through what you know to be true, to know your own relationship with the divine. And it's taken that time for you to go within, I see, and to go into that dark moon phase so that you can meet higher vibrations to help you transmit and transmute this energy. Transmit the messages that are meant for you, the message of mercy, giving yourself mercy so you can flip from not being within, but being without, and being empowered and being able to step forward in your divine birthright. Thank you very much, Spirit. We're going to go ahead and close it out, and whatever I get on the bottom of the deck is your final message to go along with Archangel Zadkiel with 1450 on the clock. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope this message, look at that, cannot make this shit up. Congratulations. You are in the process. You have learned to heal your body. Like I said, that hit to your confidence took a toll on your health. And now here we are, Virgo, again with your health on the MC. You're stepping forward into the world as a leader, as someone who is embodying this divine feminine energy, and I'm feeling strong masculine energy. You were told what it meant to be masculine. Leo is a masculine sign. Libra here with the Justice card is a masculine sign. You have a masculine archangel here with Zadkiel, and you learned through that transmutation process the mercy that you must give your inner feminine energy, your inner feminist, to be empowered, to be in control of your body, so that way you can heal your body. Okay, I hope this message resonated. If you enjoyed it, we also have the number 35 here that's standing out to me. 3 + 5 is 8. 8 house. The 8th house is the house of Scorpio. Scorpio rules transmutation. It rules the dark underworld, that dark energy that you weren't sure if you were going to make it through, but congratulations, you did. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. And currently I am filming the my first lecture series. It's $99. If you would like to learn more about the InBodied Theory, a way to embody your life again, to embody your life, That first lecture and all the lectures in this series are $99. You can text me 757-933-3915. And if you would like to get any other services with me, I would love to speak with you through text message. That is my direct line. Do not call me, I will not answer. But I am open to text. If you would like to join my private community, you can discuss that as well when you text me 757-933-3915. And let's get you a nice beautiful picture of your spread. Snap. Got it. All right, until the next time, guys. Love you. Bye. Hey, Palo, what's up? Welcome to your reading. It's very interesting. I just finished pile 1, and as I was putting out your 3 cards, I decided to take a picture of your spread. So I'm not sure how, like I always say, nobody knows where it's going to go. We push the button and we let shit flow over here, okay? So these are the 3 cards that I got from you. And what ended up happening with the readings as I was moving through the process is the OG Moonology card is where you are currently on your journey. Be bold, make the first move, cardinal moon. So this covers all cardinal signs. So the cardinal signs, we have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay, so something feels like a culmination here. And then the second card from the Angels Among Us Oracle is all about what energy and vibration is assisting you through this part of the journey. So Baba Yaga, number 25, we have the wise and wild woman, duality, the witch. And I also noticed when I was pulling cards that I turned the cards sideways to let them come out. And this was the card that came out. So it's very interesting, the energy I'm getting from this pile. Of course, a card like this feels very powerful, very in control of themselves. It's almost like, look at that, and you have the crescent moon there and the crescent moon there. This group feels very embodied. Be bold, make the first move, cardinal moon. Like I said, it's the culmination. It's like I feel so much power behind everything. And then the third card from the manifestations is kind of like what's on the other side of this this process that you're in. Cardinal moon. I'm getting this energy of you already know where you are. You got the wise and wild woman. This is your main card because you picked this deck. So you already know what's going on. You're very intuitive. You know what's going on. And maybe you just needed that confirmation that yes, move forward with this. But with the new moon in Gemini, think it through made me feel like what an interesting outcome to, you know, it's like this is the journey, this is where you are, and it's already telling you like, yeah, let's go. You know, cardinal moon, cardinal signs, the 4 cardinal signs is all about action. We ready to put in that work. The wise wild woman, wild, you know, it's like instinctual, going for it, being able to balance that masculine and feminine within, like really being able to transform things. The witch, like really being able to see what's really going on. And I almost feel like this is supposed to be the manifestation or what's on the other side of this, but what I'm getting is you're being pushed into cardinal, you're being moved, you're make the first move, be bold, you know, sitting in this position. I don't know why this feels like career to me. It's like you're being put in a new situation, you're being put in a new stratosphere. I just heard it's almost like, you know, whether that's a new a position at your job, whether that's stepping out on your own and becoming, you know, not necessarily a witch, but being an entrepreneur. It's like something is saying like, yes, go for it. But as you start out on this path, the path of the wild woman, whether you're male or female, like if you're listening to these readings, then, you know, I don't want to assume that people understand that you have masculine and feminine. I feel like that goes without saying at this point in the game. But I feel like you're being put in a new position. You're being put in a new position. And it's just saying, while everything is moving, because I feel like things are going to be moving quickly. Everybody's going to want your attention. Everybody's going to want, you know, be wise, you know, and think things through. Think about what you say. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Today is Mercury Day, Wednesday. Be very wise the way you choose to use your magic with the witch here, how you choose to use your words, because people are looking to you during this time in humanity. There's something really loud about humanity. It's like I want to go ahead and get into pile one. I felt like I channeled a lot of information. With you, I really want to get into the tarot a little quicker than I did with pile one. Now you picked the OG InBodied Tarot 99 card system. This is a dual-sided system, so we're going to be tapping into your body, spirit, whatever seems to come out. The InBodied Tarot gives you a card. You can get it on any angle at all. So yeah, let's get into it, pile two. I'm interested to see with this Baba Yaga card here, what you get with the tarot. So table's not as big as I might need, huh? Oh, that wanted to be seen. The storyteller, art, philosophy. I also have chapters of the Bible, of Revelations in this deck as well. So we'll see if anything comes about with that. All right, thank you, pile two. You don't know it, but there was quite a bit of delay to get back to your reading. And there was a message in that. Being mindful of the way you speak to others. And I don't know why I keep seeing a figure. So I see a face. I'm getting this feeling of unlocking new levels of wisdom, the nature of life. Think things through. Think it through before you speak things out, because it's like with this cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. It makes you feel like, yes, like go, yo, go, go, go. But it's this card is saying, but balance that. You know, just because it says be bold and make the first move doesn't mean you have to be constantly in action. I feel like there's a movement from, literally first move, a movement from feeling like you have to constantly be on the go to being in a more stable, mature, wise energy, more balanced duality, and thinking things through as a witch would, is what I just heard. Thinking things through so that way you can work with the energies instead of feeling like you have to do so much. I feel like you're moving from a state of doing to a state of being. And I said it's like you're being promoted. You're moving into this more mysterious, it's like being right on Front Street, but people don't really see what's going on behind the veil. It's kind of the message I'm getting now after that pause. So I want to clear this deck again real quick. Pile 2 with Palo Santo. Palo Santo, angels among us. Oops, my bad. All up in my business. Nah, it's fine. Palo Santo, divine connection. Yeah, divine connection. You're moving into healing, attractive, positive energy, spiritual alignment. Yeah, I feel like you're becoming a spiritual leader, a spiritual warrior. Okay, you're gonna help shape the culture in a new direction. When I keep looking at this new moon in Gemini card with think it through, I'm thinking about the fact that Uranus, the higher mind, is in Gemini for the next 7-ish years. Okay, so it's like new information coming through. You're starting to realize that the way that we used to do things before, the way we used to move, is not the way we'll be moving anymore. We'll be moving from a more ascended, higher place, a more wise place. We're in a more receiving energy. Thank you. And there I go. I want to turn it again. The physical body, the first seal of revelation, the white horse. Something is beginning for this pile. You've worked on this for a while. I feel like you've been building your spiritual stamina. It talked about connection, Palo Santo. And look what we have here. We have the mystic with mysticism. What? You're going to be able to answer a lot of what. Now, this is coming out MC/DC. I feel like it's more DC, the descendant, the other. This is the magician card in the traditional tarot. But in my deck, it's mysticism, mysterious, mystique. There's a mystique about you that the world has been waiting to see. And now you are ready to come forward and assist. You are ready to come forward now in InBodied Theory. Mercury is, all the planets are helping us learn something, okay? The DC angle is also the angle on the spirit side of social studies. Have you been studying the environment? You've been studying the way cycles move. You've been thinking through a lot of things, and now you'll be ready to move bold action. Duality, upside down, inside out. I turn the cards sideways to pull them at a different angle. You see things from all different angles. The crescent is more of the top. The crescent is the bottom here. The crescent is the bottom here, but it's all blacked out because it's the new moon. It's mysterious. What is this figure in this card? Yes, you are being called to a new level of leadership as all the wisdom and knowledge that you have accumulated is ready for the exterior world. I feel like there's an opportunity that's going to come through when it comes to the other DC for you to show what mysticism is. Yes, back to the planets in InBodied Theory. The Mercury is the sign, and it is Mercury Day. The what are you teaching? I don't know why I just got what are you teaching. You might be called to tell what you've learned as far as the social dynamics of the world, what has been going on beneath the surface in the realms that aren't easily accessible, but you have access to this. This card is the chapter 1, I believe. Yes, chapter 1 of Revelation, starting over at 1, being able to see things with a more mystical eye. What is mysticism? You might want to do a little bit of research on what is mysticism. What is mysticism? What does it mean to be a mystic, a wild woman? What does it mean to be a witch? What does it mean to be a witch? Well, what does it mean to you, and what does it mean to society? What does it mean to the social dynamics that people often associate with these words? Word association. Letters to the 7 churches. Letters to the 7 churches. 2, 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7, being able to speak a language not many understand. Being able to speak, Gemini, being able to speak and think in a different language. Being able to see things that aren't always necessarily understood. Let's go back to Palo, Santo, divine connection, healing, attractive positive energy. What I'm hearing is attracting people that you can assist in their healing journey. Attracting people, spiritual alignment. You are aligned, and you already know that you are aligned because you have a dual nature and you know how to hold them both. You know how to hold them both in your hands, a ring on each hand. A ring on each hand. This card is confirming the message of be bold. This is the confirmation card. This is the corresponding tarot card to go along with be bold and make the first move. Yes, this section over here is about where we either are now or where we're coming from, the energy that is helping us transit into the final manifestation is being able, and I'm hearing now, think on your feet, being able to think on your feet, not rushing the process, taking the time out. Like I had to take the time out to work with my son real quick. It was maybe about, I was gone for maybe 7 minutes or so. 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. Being able to speak the language of numbers, of signs, of symbols, mysticism. What is mysticism? Well, it's like Palo Santo, being connected to all that is, accept all, reject none, accept all, reject none. We just did a full somersault. One of the cards flipped completely over, but because this is a dual-sided system, look at that, one card does not have the body correlation to the other side. Isn't that interesting? Of all the cards, I must have got one card mixed up in this deck from another IBT deck that does not have anything on the body side of the card. There is a beautiful duality within you, and you're embracing it more and more. You're learning what that instinctual, wild, feral energy is, what it's used for, the goodness that comes from it. You are literally creating magic with the magician here. The 7 letters to the 7 churches, being able to reach across the aisle. There is something about being able to reach across all different types of denominations because you are so wise. Because you are so wise, and because you do think through things, or you're learning that you don't have to constantly be moving. Be bold and make the first move. Make the first move, but that doesn't mean it has to be continual movement. Can I get another? Thank you. And there we go. On the IC, the editor with focus. This is Mercury and Sagittarius. This is in detriment. Even in detriment, you come out on top. Even in detriment, you come out on top. Here we have Mercury again. What is your philosophy? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, all the astrological signs hold a world system, and the Sagittarius world system is philosophy. It is time for you to teach people your philosophy in the comfort of your own home. You have settled something very, look, we have reddish orange. We have these bottom chakras here. We have the pink here with This is red chakra energy. This is root chakra. You have started a new ground level for becoming who you are meant to be within. People look to you for your keen eye to pick out the flaws and edit, but you have a focus about you that is strictly, look at that, all these wands are moving in one direction. Be bold, make the first move. And then there's something about a triangle here. Sacred geometry, the amount of information and information that you will receive, that is the message right there. Through this manifestation, instead of a lot of doing, you're going to be at peace, at home, in your comfort zone. You'll be in your comfort zone and able to hold your position. You will be able to receive so much information. Look at that. We have Mercury here with Gemini. We have Mercury here with the Magician, and we have Mercury in Sagittarius here as well. What is your philosophy? It is time to get very focused and understand how you will communicate. Think through this, because you're going to be in a position where your philosophy will help inspire others. Help to inspire others. We got the storyteller card when I first opened the deck, right? We had the storyteller card. That is the Sagittarius card, okay? So the whole arc, the whole story arc of Sagittarius in InBodied Theory is about storytelling. It's about art. How will you tell your story in a way that inspires others to live more authentically, to live more within their body, wild woman, okay? To be able to balance both. To share the magic at the root level. At the root, yes, we talked about the root chakra. The IC in InBodied Theory is the angle of the root, your home. Something about you've gotten more in touch with your roots, maybe more in touch with your ancestors. They are speaking to you. You are going to receive, if you think you're receiving a lot of information now, you just wait. You just wait. You're going to be receiving so much more information. Sacred geometry, all types of ancient wisdom is coming to you. And with 21 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, I'm going to close it out. And whatever card I get on the bottom of the deck will be your clarifying card for the new moon in Gemini. And that is what you are moving into. Even though it says thinking it through, and I heard thoroughly, it's going to be a lot of information coming in for you with Uranus and Gemini over the next 7 years. But this is putting you into place, and this card wanted to come out. There's so much information, and you did get this IC. Look at this, the root. In earlier versions, in this particular version of the InBodied Tarot, this was called the memory, but I said ancient memory. You're about to be receiving more information, knowledge, wisdom. Limbic system. Do research into the limbic system. This is also depth psychology. This is also the area of preparation. Yes, you are being prepared to step forward. I'm an emergency manager by trade. Not anymore. This is what I do now. I work for myself, and I feel like this is the area that you are stepping into as well, as being your own authority, is what I just heard. You are stepping into your own authority. You have done so much work. You've done so much movement that now you understand the broader scheme of society. And you found the mysticism, the magic in what is this thing called life. And it is through what you have learned that you will be able to transform. Let's look at the limbic system and what it says. Tell me about the limbic system, Aisha. Tell me about the limbic system. Something about a system, preparation to step into a system, a new system. World systems. We talked about world systems. I really feel like this is the philosophy. You're being prepared to step forward, MC, into that. And this, so we have preparation and mitigation. So I feel like those two phases of emergency management, the IC rules preparation in emergency management for the InBodied Theory. Like I said, this is my own theoretical work. And the MC rules mitigation. Here we go with that duality again, being able to work both sides, being able to work the root but also the top of the tree as well, being able to work the root and also being able to pull up what came from the root and bring it out into the big wide world. You're helping the world to not only prepare themselves because you've gone within over here and you've cracked the code, is what I heard, that more doing does not help you. You have to be smarter, wiser, thinking it through how you use your time, energy, money. Where are you going to focus your time, energy, and money, all your resources? Where will you focus that energy? This is what you are coming out of or currently in. But this is the energies you can work with. Do some research on Baba Yaga. So that you can focus your energy more intently. But there's a lot of information coming in. Depth psychology here. Let's see. The limbic system sits at the emotional and survival core of the brain. Survival. We are moving into a time that I think you are very much aware of because you have been studying. You have literally been studying the social dynamics that have been going on throughout the world, especially over the last 7 years. 25, 2 plus 5 is 7. We have a 7 here as well. 72, 9. 9 comes to Sagittarius energy again because it rules the 9th house, Sagittarius. This keeps coming back to your philosophy. You have cracked the code on something. You understand something in such a deeper, mysterious, mystical way that it is time for you to step forward out into the world and pull up all that you have learned about depth psychology so that you can help the world prepare for the next phase of evolution and help mitigate some of the things that you have witnessed throughout that time of study. You have definitely got a longer reading, but it's okay. I don't know where it's going to go. I trust the process, okay? Whatever's meant to come through comes through. Okay, acting as a bridge between raw instinct, and we talked about the wild woman energy with that raw instinct. Raw instinct and conscious thought. The key structures are the amygdala, processes fear, the hippocampus. Very good. This is very good, pile 2. Very good. If you would like to learn more about the InBodied Theory, I have a lecture series starting out. Lecture 1 is Introduction and Orientation to InBodied Theory. It's $99. It's pre-recorded. It comes with learning aids and slides that you'll be able to keep forever, and you'll be able to access that lecture forever. If you would like to join my private community behind the veil, you can text me also 757-933-3915, 757-933-3915. If you consider yourself an emergency or crisis manager, I feel like you are stepping into the new world and being able to handle crisis with this mitigation and preparation energy. I am teaching emergency management as well as in combination with spiritual aspects. Okay, we have the hippocampus, stores and retrieves memory. We talked about ancient memory. I can't make this shit up. You know what it is. The thalamus roots sensory information. That's that wild woman, instinctual. You can feel it. I can feel it in the air. Gemini, you can feel it in the air. There's so much information coming through to you, and I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I could go on and channel forever for you guys. Okay, I would love to work with you. If you would like to actually work with me and receive any types of services, you can also text me 757-933-3915. And then Cingulate Gyrus links emotional responses to behavior. like I said, not just going off of your emotions, okay? Not just feeling like you got to go, 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 go. Being able to stop, pause, and think about it. Decision making, it says. If you would like assistance with this, I would love to walk with you, along with you on your journey. This was a very amazing reading. Pile number 2. Let me close out the deck and see what the last card is for you. Thank you. Thank you. The speaker. It is time for you to step forward and speak and tell us all about this philosophy that you have learned, your personal philosophy in life, your personal philosophy. The speaker. This card also connects to the auditory learner. I feel like, and I talked about teaching, I feel like you are going to be working very closely with auditory learning. So that means also tapping into that clairaudience. What is it that you're hearing? Clairaudience, listen, being able to listen also to other people, being able to listen and then speak when I feel like you're got duality here. You can balance these two things very well. So yeah, pile number 2, that was your amazing reading, and I can't, let's see, let's pull that up there. Let's zoom it out a little bit so I can fit all your cards, so I can get a quick picture. Let's see. I'll do it like that. And it goes a little something like this. Hit it. Got the picture at 30:23 on the clock. Until the next time, peace. Love you. Bye. What's up, Pile 3? Welcome to your What the Fuck Wednesday reading. Of course, I just finished Pile 1, Pile 2, completely different energies, so that was very exciting for me. Pile 3, you're the only pile that I jumped on and really went into the What the Fuck Wednesday. The end of you had the end of a tough cycle approaches. So when I ended up channeling this reading in real time, real life and real time, real life and real time, something about that, real life and real time, a real motherfucking lifestyle. I always say that. Real life and real time. Time is ruled by Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn. You have full moon in Capricorn, full illumination. You have 2 full moons here, something fully illuminating, okay? What ended up happening when I decided to do this reading and I was trying to figure out exactly how Spirit wanted me to do this, it ended up being this OG Moonology card, is where you either currently are or where you are on your spiritual journey. What energy is assisting you through this transition? It's like a transition energy. And what is on the other side with the Moonology manifestation? What is the manifesting energy? So it's interesting. It's almost like just channeling simply, and you pick the Cedar here. What I channeled with this was, or what I'm channeling with it right now, real life and real time. It's like we have we're the goat, like just scraping. And look at that, you know, not always does the sign of Capricorn show the dual nature with the fish's tail here, and then we have the fish's tail. So something, the tail end of the journey, you're the end of a tough cycle approaches. I don't know what I channeled at first. Oh yeah, What the Fuck Wednesday, like what the fuck has been going on? That's kind of the energy. Is like, I feel like I've been climbing this mountain. I've been tooth and nail and clawing my way to the top. It just seems like so. And you also picked the InBodied Tarot 132, which is the trilogy set here. It's like a trilogy. It's like, gosh, this journey has just been so long and you're built for it, but damn, at the same time, it's like, fuck, can we move into this next phase. Then we have Earth Star Chakra. Capricorn is an earth sign. Earth Star Chakra, that's underneath your feet, literally scraping and pulling. And now you're going to be the manifestation. And we have music here, which is also interesting. So Capricorn and Pisces, they are sextile each other. They're both feminine signs, but we do have this masculine archangel frequency right here with this card. They have Archangel Santo with music. 13 is the death card. It's like, man, it's like I've died many lifetimes. The end of a cycle. The end of a cycle is almost like death, right? It's like, how much more do I have to go through? Answered prayers. But the goat does not become the goat overnight. That's why it's a trilogy. It's something about the story. It's the story you have to tell. You know, forgiveness unto the world. For some reason, I'm getting all of a sudden from this card. Full moon and Pisces, these sextile each other. And Pisces is a difficult energy as well. We're talking about the end of a zodiac season. Cycle. Literally the end of a tough cycle. You know, this is the 10th sign of the 12 signs, and this is the 12th sign. Even still, something about even, or even kill. There's something about we haven't been able to be free to just enjoy life. And I'm seeing music here, Archangel Sandophon with the music. It's like, I feel like I've had to work so hard. You have Earth Star. Earth is below your feet. Star is up in the heavens, right? It's like this energy of even. I've had to just constantly balance out everything. And, you know, and it hasn't always felt balanced. Something about this has not felt balanced. Something about my journey hasn't felt balanced. You picked the Cedar here. Let's see what it says for Cedar. You picked the biggest deck, the trilogy. You picked the trilogy deck. You picked the biggest deck because it's so much. You've gone through so much in a short amount of time. This isn't an old energy with Archangel Sandophon. It feels like youthful. It's almost like you're getting your youth back. You're getting your passion back. You're hearing the music again. Let's see, you had Cedar. It says grounding, strength, ancestral protection, courage for major life decisions, moving towards, yes. And you have the support of your ancestors. Strength, it's taken strength and resilience to keep going, and you never gave up. But it's full moons. We're opening on a full moon and closing in a full moon, and we're also right on the Pisces eclipse. We're closing out the Pisces eclipse season. This is the North Node in Pisces, closing this out. Closing out the North Node in Pisces. I feel like you've learned so much about forgiveness, being able to forgive yourself, being able to give yourself permission to let go. Yes, to let go, to surrender, Pisces, because you've learned that you've had to put in so much hard work and you've just gotten used to it. So even though you're tired, it's almost like the cycle of your life. Even if, you know, your 30s, Saturn return is around 30s, Saturn in Pisces. Yes, we're now Saturn in Aries. You have gone through your Saturn return and you're trying to learn how to forgive and how to finally let go, how to finally surrender. But you have the strength of your ancestors here with you, and you have Archangel Sandophon that is going to help you transition from this having to work so hard to think your prayers being answered, your hard work finally paying off, and being able to forgive others who might not have supported you. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but those that might not have supported you and where you've come to now on your journey, you're going to be able to swim in both directions with the two fish here. With 7 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock, let's get into your IBT 132. There's 100 cards in this deck. This deck is all about all the major arcanas. You have all the major arcanas times 3, and you have all the court cards times 3. It is a nice thick deck. Some of them are dual-sided, some of them are not. Okay. What message does Archangel Santo? You are the only group that I specifically just called on Archangel Santo. You are the only group I called on their Ascended Master that is assisting them during this time, during this part of your journey. Archangel Santo. Music, something about music, just like music. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, baby. Turn on the music. This is Capricorn, the shaman. It's the devil card. You've learned the truth about the devil. You've learned the truth about the devil, and you've learned how to navigate the world around you. You've learned how to navigate the world around you. Saturn is the world card in the tarot. Let's push these up just a little bit to give a little bit more space. Let's shuffle a couple more times, moving into a time where you can forgive yourself to the point where you can play a little bit, where you don't play music, you can dance and move your body and not have to be so strict and so rigid because I just heard afraid that someone is going to take advantage of your kindness. They're going to take your kindness for a weakness. Let's see. What message do you have for pile number 3, Archangel Santo? What message do you have for pile number 3? I feel like I'm calling on your Ascended Master so that way you can release. You can release the tension in your body. There's something about holding so much tension and being able to, once you get through this transition and this phase, what is on the other side is being able to move like a fish, being able to move with the waves, being able to move with the waves. You're understanding the ways of the world. Thank you. Clarifying card for the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is very similar. Not very similar, but the way that card just came out is similar to pile number 1. The card came out face down directly with this card as a clarifier. That's how I started this process of being able to know that we're pulling cards as clarifiers to bring forward more information about this moment in your journey. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Can we get a clarifier for Archangel Santo? Archangel Santo for pile number, turning things sideways, turning things on their head. I turned the deck in a different direction because there's so much in my hands. There's so much in my hands. There's 131 cards in my hand because one card is already on the table. Can I please get a clarifier? We have so many cards in our hand. We've had so much in our hands. Let's go ahead and see what this card is to clarify. We have, yes, very beautiful. You have the body side of the Fool card. This is the card of the child within, or now it is called the animator. You're gonna be able to take the paintbrush. You're gonna be able to write your own music, march to the beat of your own drum. You've come to realize that you have reached GOAT status. Allow yourself to now welcome in this new, more fluid energy, like music notes. I feel like something new, a new journey is starting. You're tapping into your thymus. Now the thymus is I call the higher heart. It's what your heart truly desires, but it's that inner child. It's like, what makes you happy? applying what you've learned. It's a Uranus card. Uranus in InBodied Theory applies to application, literally applying everything that you've learned throughout the course of your life, or up to this Saturn return. What have you learned throughout your Saturn return, so that you can unlock the creativity of the animator, the child within, that'll heal your higher heart? There's tension in your chest because you've been going with the flow. You've been doing what you were told you were supposed to do. Earth Star Chakra, you're grounding new higher intelligence into the earth so that your prayers can be answered, to move into a more fluid, creative space. Thank you. Can I get a clarifier card? We're starting a new cycle. We have card number 40 here. We have 1, 3 equals 4. 4 is a foundation. It's a new foundation. You've climbed up the mountain. You've climbed. You've reached goat status to now build your own foundation at the top of that mountain. And then I just saw a koi pond with the koi fish here. You know, it's like you're building a new home, your new 4 walls filled with music and answered prayers, and knowing who you are and not letting anyone tell you who you are. Applying everything that you've learned about yourself. Pisces is transcendent energy. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than this. You've learned that it's bigger than what you've been taught the world is. It's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than the earth. It goes from earth to the stars, heaven and above. As above, so below. You literally, this is the as above, so below, as within, so without deck. It's the trilogy. You've had to learn the below in order to find the within, to ground yourself into the earth while still reaching for the stars, finding your creativity. Answered prayers in the darkness with the death card. Answered prayers in the darkness, so that way you can move towards full illumination and full fluidity, both sides of yourself, being able to be the earth and the sky at the same time. And the clarifying card we have for Archangel Santo is, wow, if you feel called to pile number 2, this card came out in pile number 2 in the exact same position on the MC with the memory. This is the IC is the bottom of the chart. Limbic system, depth psychology. There is something about mitigating, but I feel like for you, this is mitigation and preparation. Mitigation is the MC. I'm a former emergency manager. So if you would like to take my courses or classes or work with me to learn more about emergency and crisis management and how it ties together with your soul journey and path, you can text me 757-933-3915. The limbic system, we just went over this in pile number 2 as well. The limbic system sits at the emotional and survival core of the brain, acting as a bridge between the raw instinct and the conscious thought. Okay, it's like I said, earth and above, as above, so below, and as within, so without. This is your as within, so without. I feel like you are in this holding period right now, but you're about to feel this new rejuvenation, this new love of the earth world, being able to see things from a new, fresh eyes. You're realizing how much you can take the paintbrush, you can write the music to your own, you can write the soundtrack to your own movie. Depth psychology. This is about also going deeper within. Their card was not, was it in this exact same position? It might have been over here. I can't remember. Depth psychology. I feel like this is kind of where you are now. you've had to do, and you've been in this holding period with the number 13 here, but you're very close to this other side, and I feel like I'm hopeful that this reading gives you exactly what you needed. So you literally have body side. You are tuning more into the body, and the body is the earth element, right? The body is the earth element, and you have Capricorn here that started your journey. You're learning more about the earth dimension that you didn't know was possible, because now you've unlocked that higher heart. You've unlocked that animator within your heart. As the child within, you're getting more in tune, or you've started to understand the power that your inner child has as you move forward into this more forgiving place, not feeling like you have to be so serious. You don't have to be so rigid and so strict. You're getting in control of your life. You're getting in control of your time. We talked about Saturn return here because we just finished that Saturn and Pisces cycle. So, over the last few years, you were going through some fight or flight. Limbic system also talked about that fight or flight energy. The key structures are the amygdala, processes fear, threat detection, and I feel like that's where you had been, with this inner child energy. I feel like this is someone that had to grow up too fast. I feel like this pile had to grow up too fast, and now your Archangel Santo is helping you heal this aspect of your inner child, but also the adult that you were forced to be. And you're being able to drop your guards a little bit because you understand the depth of not only the earth realm, but also the depth of yourself, the root where all this stuff came from. You're learning to forgive your family with this IC. The IC deals with the root energy, but you got the IC on the MC. So there's something about both sides being able to, and knowing the balance between the outer world, the MC, and the inner world with the IC. We have the hippocampus, which stores and retrieves memories, especially emotionally charged one. Trauma lives here. I feel like this is my group that has gone, like I said, you've had to go. It's almost like your whole life has been such a struggle. It's been so difficult, and it's been hard to keep that inner child intact. Now, the body side of the InBodied Tarot and InBodied Theory connects directly with emergency management, because a lot of times within our bodies, we're so disconnected from our bodies, we don't know how to respond, literally, when we feel our body going through crisis. And I think you're going to start understanding the body on a more metaphysical level. You're going to start to understand, and I feel like forgiving people from your childhood, and also giving yourself grace, giving your inner child grace that they had to grow up so fast. The AC, like I said, in InBodied Theory is about response. It's time for you to respond to what your higher heart is calling you to, so that way you can end this cycle. Your inner child is going to be the energy, along with Archangel Santo walking you through. I feel like you are so protected. Yeah, we talked about protection. You have ancestors on the other side. You have angels. You have a lot of spirit guides with you that have been with you through this entire, but you were built for it. You're the goat. You're the Capricorn. You're the goat, okay? You just had to go through the cycles of life, but it's for a bigger purpose, okay? It's so that you can bring more forgiveness into the world. You can transmute and use music and art. And what's your art? To ground this new understanding of the heavens and the earth, the heavens and the earth, answered prayers. If there were any cross watchers, I'm getting energy from pile number 1. There was something religious. Sometimes Pisces can have a very religious energy as well. Pisces and Sagittarius, I often will see religious aspects there. It's almost like you want to go your own way, but Pisces is spirituality. So you may have grown up, answered prayers. You may have grown up music here. Music. You may have grown up with some type of religious wounding, but your spirit is more spiritual. It's more soulful. We have the hypothalamus, regulates the body's stress response, sleep, hunger, hormones. The body-mind connection runs through this structure. Body-mind connection. You're bringing both into balance with each other, the body and the mind, the heavens and the earth. We have the hypothalamus. Oh, did we already talk about that? Yeah, we did. The thalamus routes sensory information to the right brain regions, acting as a relay station. And I just saw a train in my hand. Relaying information. Then we have the cingulate gyrus, links emotional responses to behavior and decision making. Yeah, if you were called to pile number 1, no pressure, it's not necessary, but there is something from pile number 1 that came through in that moment. And now I need to go back and look. Decision making, emotions run high. I saw that card in pile number 1. I didn't bring it up, but I'm bringing it up here because I feel like your inner child has been conditioned. The IC is memory, right? It's the root. It's how we grew up. It's it's childhood. It's our family home, what we grew up with. Depth psychology, what is deep in our psychology, and it's trained our limbic system. The conditioning that we've encountered has trained, but you are moving into a more free-spirited inner child. You have already done the work. You've already done the work of healing your inner child, and just trust and know that you are being assisted to move into this more fluid state. And it will be this mind-body connection. You are actually going to have to use the power of your mind to relay to your body that the cycle is over. I just heard affirmations. You're going to have to use your mind. Affirmations. I am so very happy and thankful that I have reached the end of this cycle. I would like to thank my spirit guides and ancestors for holding me through this time. I am ready for my new beginning. That was a channeled message that just came through. Or create your own answered prayers. Create your own affirmation and just keep repeating it over and over and over to yourself that the cycle is over. The cycle is over. The cycle is over. I am so very happy and thankful. Thank you for answering my prayers. Thank you for releasing me into being able to be free, to live in my heart space, to live from my higher heart. Thank you. And I'm going to close you out at 25:49 on the timer. Thank you for pile number 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and this wanted to come out, and you have the ascendant again, also on the body side. So there's a lot of healing going on with your body. Forgive. I feel like right now is the time to be patient with your body so that you can transition into, and then I'm seeing music again. There's a very heavy, I feel like you're supposed to create something, the animator here. You're supposed to create something from your higher heart of how you healed through this, and not in your traditional way. You're going to share with the world, the mentor here. This is the sage of body. Once again, connecting to the body, and look at that. That's Capricorn energy again. Okay, so there's a lot going on with Capricorn. Capricorn like energy, Saturn energy. It's been a long, tough cycle, and you are coming to the end of it. Please be gentle with yourself. Use music to help heal through this time, whether that's creating your own art, creating your own music, creating your own writings, whatever it takes. You need to use all your tools to help you through this process to get to this more fluid, beautiful space, and you're going to help mentor others. You're moving into, and these two energies are going to work together. Look at that. We have Capricorn here and Capricorn here. We have the inner child here, and we have this transcendence energy. Pisces is very transcendent. It's above me. It's above me now. It's releasing. Pisces rules dissolution. Just let it dissolve. Let it dissolve. Listen to healing frequencies. Listen to affirmations. Reprogram your mind. Okay, the more you reprogram your mind, you are going to reprogram your body, both on response. You're being called to respond to what you need. You're being called to respond to do what it is that you need. Both of these are on the AC. The AC is the self. This is about you right now. This isn't about anybody else. This is a beautiful reading. If you would like, I'm also a Reiki practitioner. I'm a level 2 Reiki practitioner. I do body mapping. With Reiki, I use these cards, being that you were all body cards in this deck, in my deck. If you would like body mapping and that offers a healing session with that, you can text me 757-933-3915. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do have a private community that's $8 a month, where we can talk kind of behind the veil of, we can talk about more of these esoteric topics. Okay. All right. I'm going to close out the deck for you and see what you get on the bottom. Thank you. Thank you. And let's see what we got. We got a one-sided card, and I see that it's a purple card. So the purple cards, purple border, are the ascension cards. Okay, these are bigger, higher topics. Okay, so you have the historian, purpose, and you have the MC. You literally have the IC and the MC. You have the IC in the MC location, and you have the MC in the IC location. That is intentional. There's something very intentional and beautiful about that. At the time when I created this particular deck, this was the historian. Okay? And this is spirit side. So this is the only spirit side you got. And we were talking about creating, being the animator, music. You are being the historian. It is your purpose to go within, to excavate everything from the root with the IC here. Everything that is dealing with the limbic system, the depth work that you have done in your psychology, in your psyche. You're to bring that forward, and it's going to come out into the world. I feel like you're moving into a very peaceful life. This is, Capricorn, like we said, rules the MC. I feel like you've already been super public. I feel like this group is moving more answered prayers. I'm seeing peeking out here, answered prayers. You're tired of being on Front Street. You're tired of being what everybody looks at and projects onto, and move and being what they want you to be. And now you're moving into a more forgiving place where you can be in the comfort of your own home and create all the things that you want to create. And this is very much about you. This doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the world. This is about you finding your own purpose and being a historian, being able to document things through what you create. Okay. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the temple, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I really enjoy doing readings. I don't do them as often as I would like to, because we're all on our own journey, right? But yes, Pile 3, thank you so much. This was a beautiful way to close it out. And I will see you in the next one. Peace and love. Bye.